Africa what her problems are and prescribe solutions to their said problems, but without honest examination of the suitability of such solutions in reality, what problems they solve, and with what results. The Arusha debate is a progressive conversation on Africa's economy and how to shape it, bringing together Africans, young and old, experienced and novice, to discuss challenges the continent faces and the possibilities for solutions in a relaxed and inclusive way.
Arusha is in northern Tanzania and it's fondly referred to as the Geneva of Africa for many reasons. Historically been the birthplace of the Arusha Declaration, but as well it has had a significant play in the region and on the continent and globally.
As you know, Arusha is quite the beauty, but also the intellectual capacity and the history. You may recall that in the history of African peacemaking, Arusha has played a significant role, being the destination for peace negotiations, for example, the pre-genocide of Rwanda.
And it's the right place for hosting the Arusha debates.
Arusha is the destination for Arusha debates because of its significance in African history and gifting.
For the Arusha debate, we are hosting a lineup of diverse and experienced key speakers, among them His Excellency Wangel Mene, Secretary General, the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, FCFTA Secretary, Dr. Bella Songwe, Executive Secretary, United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, Mr. Mohammed Kuji Paul, President, ATLU and founder, Turkey Foundation, Mr. Mustafa Yume, founder and Chief Executive, TAG Africa Global, Dr. Joy Gandengwa, Strategic Advisor to the Assistant Administrator and Joint Director, United Nations Development Program, Dr. Akamanzi, CEO, Global Development Board. These are just debates.
Arusha experience are activities that have been designed to expose the delegates who are coming for Arusha debates to socio-economic potentials within Arusha and Manyara regions.
Arusha history, culture, and the beauty of Arusha.
Arusha welcomes you to the Youth Summit 2021, and in particular, the inaugural Arusha debate session, happening as part of the Youth Summit in Africa, in One Young Africa, where youth are born and youth become leaders. Times are changing, and Africa is now the world's youngest continent.
Africa is the youngest continent. Majority of the population are under 35.
What are we doing about the youth? Because the youth constitute one of the important pillars that we're focused on.
Let me say the youth are not only the future of this region, but I believe they're the present future.
If we define what we mean by young people, there is this external perception that young people are homogeneous with reality. We have also young people with vulnerable sectors. We have young people with disabilities, and we have almost young women.
But again, a population that is ill-skilled and unemployed can be a demographic cut. So this is the challenge. But the opportunity is in us trying to convert this demographic dividend into opportunities.
But also young people, as being the largest population, they are our biggest asset.
Because the richness of the nation is not in stone, but in its people.
It's important to develop our youth confident and transformational leaders that can navigate Africa's related economic and political climate. Africa's youth have faced growing concerns when how to thrive independence, and that's where YouLead Africa comes in. Founded in 2017, we are Africa's flagship youth leadership program, following the youth's creative arts and spreading our work from the East African community to the continent.
There are many challenges facing young people on the African continent. Biggest one of them is that each and every one of the young people in Africa
have the desire to become a leader, I think investment should be made more to build the capacity of young people in Africa to become effective leaders.
Under globalization, the world is small. The whole world out there is skills. We need to equip youth with requisite skills so that they participate fully, even in the global culture.
And this means that we need to do more, create economic opportunities and work opportunities for young people.
And it for me represents that opportunity for young people. First of all, think about the problems collectively, and then develop effectively disruptive strategies to take action from addressing those challenges.
The summit is not just a 3 days or 4 or 5 days event for young people to come and chit chat and go home. Whatever they are saying is influencing our 1 year work, what we call the post-summit agenda.
With now more than 10,000 activities and over 85 lists and 8 partner network in all 5 major African regions, a One Young Africa is our vision.
We have a great vision. We're envisioning 150 delegates in person, 20,000 virtually, but this is not really the only success indicator. The success indicator is ensuring that all these 20,000 young people virtually provide inputs and meaningfully engage throughout the conversation, and all their suggestions are then incorporated into our post-summit agenda.
Look at 2017, just East Africa coming together, and now thousands of African young people.
Summit 2021, we are proud to announce that we will go continental, coming together as a One Young Africa.
And we want actually to break the border. The CFTA is here. We want African young people to come together under YouLead Summit platform, trade together across the border, innovate together across the border, and create jobs as well as prosper together.
That's what drove us to become, One Young Africa. We have the potential and the capacity to do so.
From 8 to 12 November 2021, we are hosting Africa's largest hiking summer event. Leads Africa's patron, His Excellency Ssegawa Ivan former President of Tanzania as Chief Convener, and Honorable Dr. Peter Matuki, the EAC Secretary General as Co-Convener. Youth Africa, creating jobs, feeding, and helping the world's youngest continent.
I call upon policymakers, development partners, the private sector, media, civil society, and other stakeholders to be part of and support the East African community in convening this year's YouLead Summit.
You have front consultation. All the partners the country. I thank you, Asanteni Sana. See you in Arusha. Yeah.
Since 2017, YouLead Summit, as popularly known, is jointly convened annually by the East African Community and MS Training Center for Development Cooperation in Arusha, Tanzania, in collaboration with a myriad of partners.
COVID-19 is both a blessing and a curse, equally.
We have seen how the COVID pandemic has hit very hard young people.
And this is why YouLead Africa will bring together more than 15,000 people on a single platform, because travel is restricted, but more people come together through the internet, courtesy of COVID-19.
We are welcoming a virtual and physical audience from all African countries together on the same platform.
Nonetheless, COVID-19 has reduced the opportunities for young people. Young people have lost jobs, and COVID-19 pushes us beyond the boundary to innovate and create jobs that we have lost, using COVID-friendly mechanisms such as online platforms, as well as increased cooperation between and among young people across the borders, especially under the CFTA, which regards that trade should happen beyond borders of any country.
The 2021 summit will be delivered in the form of thematic forums. The Under 40 Political Leaders Forum, which examines current representative democracy models. The Under 40 Business Leaders Forum assesses the existing environment for doing business.
So it is important to engage and involve youth from initial or discussion about our drive promote continental free trade area.
The Arusha debate is infused into your lead summit to generate insights into how to make social and economic development a reality.
Yes, so the Arusha debate is being convened by ourselves, MSTCBC. As you know, we're quite curious, but also propagate Pan-Africanism and knowledge that is homegrown and foreign.
Arusha hosts a number of higher education institutions, and it's the right place for hosting the Arusha debates. The Tanzanian government has been so keen under the leadership of Her Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan in getting all the youth participating.
The Arusha Peace Model showcases models that promote the role of youth in peace building. The Gender Equality Forum discusses ways to dismantle the structural causes at the root of gender inequality. East Africa to Bonke, a joint flagship initiative of YouLead Africa and Kenya Young Parliamentarians Association, KYPA, to foster young leaders' legislative enlightenment. YouLead Summit 2021 key milestones. Launch of the East African Youth Agenda. Unveiling the inaugural EAC YouLead Fellowship. Launch of the Youth Governance Architecture Study Series. Unveiling the Elected Young Leaders Performance and Cooperation Peer Review Mechanism. Launch of the Arusha Debate through the inaugural Arusha Debate session. There are so many opportunities for partnership and ways to work with us or contribute financially to our cause. Contact us. You can also connect with us through our social media channels at One Young Africa.
YouLead Summit 2019 is the Africa that we want.
And I really appreciate YouLead Summit for giving us a platform on how we can build a collective power to create a sustainable movement that will help us create change in our society.
So I'm very, very happy to participate in YouLead Summit 2019.
YouLead Summit is really awesome.
YouLead Summit Youth Power.
YouLead Summit is empowering.
YouLead Africa, a One Young Africa, where dreams are born and youth become leaders.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, Africa. Good morning, Africa, wherever you are. Greetings from us. My name is Sebastian, Ssegawa Ivan Sebastian, and I am the East African Community Youth Ambassador to Uganda. I'm also the regional coordinator of the Youth Ambassadors platform. I have a couple of people joining me today in studio, but before I ask them to introduce themselves, I encourage, I see Tony, Ange, Kamala, to turn on their videos so that we can see them. It's been a minute since we last had a check-in, and it's exciting to connect with you, our African audience. And now I'll just allow our guests to introduce themselves, tell us where they are and what is happening there before we get into the day's conversation. Like I said, I'm Sebastian and I'm in Kampala. Kampala is really bright today. We've had a couple of security concerns. We've had at least 2 explosions go off with fatalities, actually 3 with fatalities of around 6 people. It's very unfortunate, but the other day, yesterday actually, we had our president come and give us an account of the security and the measures that are being undertaken. And I want to say that we are a tad reassured on the edge of security, and we hope that what he promised is something that we are going to realize going forward. And now I encourage all our visitors to join in. Beatrice, I'll start with you. Kindly turn on your video and introduce yourself and where you are and what's happening there. Ange, let's start with you. You look more ready than all.
Hi everyone, my name is Ange Mutembe. I'm a member of the EAC Youth Ambassadors platform. I'm very glad to be here to interact with everyone. Thank you.
Okay, Beatrice, over to you.
Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. My name is Beatrice Marandu, and I'm Tanzanian. I'm based in Arusha, the north part of Tanzania. I would say the status of Arusha right now is a bit bipolar. It was a bit warm in the morning. It's getting cold and depressing, and it's about to rain. It's not a really nice place to be in right now. In terms of what's been happening on the ground, you put me on the spot on there. So I'm going to have to request maybe later on during the conversation, I will drop hints of what's happening on ground in Tanzania.
Sure. Kamala. Kamala, can you hear us? Tony? Okay, I think Kamala and Tony are having issues connecting with us, but before Tony is here,
Hi, Seba.
We would appreciate if you can turn on your video. Great. Perfect.
I have a very noisy background. Sorry. Hi, guys. My name is Tony Mihigo. East African Community Youth Ambassador. I'm from Uganda and I'm in Kigali. Yeah, and it's a quiet and rainy place for us this time. And I'm happy to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tony. I'm sure we shall get Kamala when he's able to hear us and connect with us. But for now, we shall rush into our conversations. I am personally excited to know where you are and what is happening there. Just to go through a few comments, I see you, Davis from Burundi, and Smile. That's a very unique name. It's the first time I'm meeting someone called Smile. We see you. Greetings. I'm Mustafa from Morocco. You're most welcome. We would love to know what is happening in Morocco. And you said you would like to be part of YouLead Africa. We have shared the link to which you can go apply, and you can get onto our database. That means you get to be part of our family. We shall share with you all the upcoming events, but most importantly, you also get to join the community that is going to be part of the YouLead Summit that is happening next month on 8th to 12th November. And this is something that we have been excited about the whole year. We were waiting, we started countdowns with months to go, and now we just have 1 week that is between us and the YouLead Summit. For those of you who have not yet applied to be part of the summit, again, I encourage you to go to www.youleadsummit.org and apply. Applications are closing on 5th of November. Please do well to have applied by that time. I see Namara Delvin with us. Delvin, do you want to turn on your camera and introduce yourself? Delvin?
Good afternoon. I'm sorry it was a bit on spot. I was unprepared. You caught me off guard. But yeah, I'm called Namara Delvin. I'm from Uganda. Yeah, I've been following the YouLead pages. I've been actually applied for the summit, but I've not gotten my vaccination, unfortunately. So I'm most likely going to be online. But yeah, it's a pleasure to be part. Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that at least you know that even when you have failed to get the requisite requirements to be part of the physical summit, you have a consolation like the rest of us that we shall be following the summit online.
Yes,
okay, and yes, I see Danielle. Danielle is saying, I'm from Burundi, but I'm based in Arusha. It's exciting to hear from you, Danielle. And now, okay, the lady in Arusha has come on board. Today we are having a conversation around two things. We all know that we are running a series of events during the summit, and it is no secret that YouLead has two key program pillars. The first is youth in politics, and then youth in business. For youth in business, we have something that is critical that we call the Youth Enterprise Awards. Uh, the awards have the person leading them joining us today. So I'll just ask Beatrice to briefly tell us about the awards. A call for people to apply was put out, and a couple of people applied. Beatrice is just going to share with us what the awards are about and the process through which we are selecting the people who will join the awards, and then she will tell us where the awards are going to be given to these people. And then we shall move on to the next critical conversation, which is around selection of the new youth ambassadors. Beatrice?
Thank you, Seba. So maybe I will start with giving a bit of an overview and history of the program. We started officially last year, and this was informed by a research that we conducted as YouLead with our partners across East Africa during the COVID-19 pandemic when it was at peak last year. And it was to assess how COVID-19 had impacted young people's livelihoods and their streams of income. We found that 59% of the young people who responded to the survey said that their incomes were impacted severely. So as a means to contribute to the COVID-19 recovery and stimulus processes in the region, YouLead brought forth the idea of the East Africa Youth Enterprise Acceleration Awards to support young entrepreneurs and innovators to kind of step up in the process of recovering from COVID-19 and to scale and grow their business into the region. We launched it last year, around a week before the summit again, and we succeeded with awarding 3 entrepreneurs from Uganda, 3 entrepreneurs from Rwanda, and 5 entrepreneurs from Tanzania. And this was in support with some of our partners at national level who support the national processes in terms of fundraising and training the entrepreneurs and even monitoring the processes at national level. So the vision we have for this year with the awards is that we hope to train 36 entrepreneurs. As you all know, fundraising has been a bit of a challenge all across different sectors. So we've had a bit of challenges in securing funds for all of the entrepreneurs. So some countries will have awards for the entrepreneurs, and some countries will have the skills enhancement bootcamp as is. So the target is 36 entrepreneurs, 6 entrepreneurs from each country, 3 scale up, 3 startup. And yes, we hope to see where the ideas translate and grow in the next year or so. They are creating solutions for the region, so created by young people for young people and for the development and integration of the region. Thank you, Seba.
Thank you so much, Beatrice. Usually this is the part where I would say, if you have not applied, apply, but if you have not applied, just wait for the...
Unfortunately, for those that have missed out, the call for application was closed on the 28th, 6 p.m. East African time. So if you have missed out on this round, look forward to it next year, and kindly stay tuned on our social media. We share all of our information and posts and updates on our programs, so you're able to stay up to date with the information. So yeah, that's the last bit of information I ought to share now.
All right. So that's it from Beatrice. Thank you so much for sharing, and I'm excited to know who will be part of the year awards, who will be winning for the Republic of Uganda. I have very vast interest in that. So for the young people in business, the opportunity has been there. We put out the call early enough, but I think next year we shall even do it earlier, and we shall hope that you can join us into helping each other scale up. And now on to the biggest conversation. Usually our check-ins are supposed to last 30 minutes, and we have only 8 minutes. Yet we have another critical conversation to attest to. This week, actually yesterday, a big announcement was made by the EAC Secretariat, and that announcement was none other than the selection of the new EAC Youth Ambassadors. Okay, it looks like Beatrice really wants me out of office very fast.
Not true, not true. We're in this process to support and empower young people. So we're giving the opportunity to other young people to be part of this. So Seba, stop hogging the title.
I agree. The nature of the Youth Ambassadors program is that it should not be a monopoly of one person, and it is rotational. And I hope Ange, if you are able to hear us, and I know you are, kindly turn on your camera. Ange here is the other regional coordinator of the Youth Ambassadors platform. The call was put out, and the call is to all university students. If you are at a higher institution of learning or in a university, an institute, a technical school, anything that is above high school, postgraduate, kindly apply if you are interested in being the next youth ambassador for your country. And unfortunately, I want to put this out clearly because I know that we serve a continental audience, that this call is unique to only EAC member states. So for the citizens of the Republic of Uganda, the Republic of Rwanda, the Republic of South Sudan, the Republic of Kenya, Republic of Burundi, and the United Republic of South Sudan, the United Republic of Tanzania, you can apply. They are the only ones that can apply. We have been getting requests from the young people in the Republic of Congo, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, telling us that since Congo is being vetted at a good rate to join the community, can they be the ones to fast track this joining of the community? The arguments were compelling, but unfortunately, until the due processes are undertaken, we cannot have the Republic of Congo represented on the EAC Youth Ambassadors platform. So, for those of you that fall within the categories of countries in the EAC region, please apply. And like I said, the application process is quite simple, I want to believe. Let me just zoom in so that people can get a feel of it. First, you need a one-page motivational letter explaining why you are interested to participate and indicating which institution you are coming from. It does not necessarily need to be a university. It can be a higher institution of learning, say a technical school. So you just do that, a one-page motivation letter, and then you will also share a two-page essay on assessing the impact of COVID-19 on the private sector development or trade, its effect in the EAC, and the role of the youth in paving the way forward. And I feel like this theme is rather straightforward, mostly because the whole of this year, as EAC and YouLead, we have been undertaking conversations strictly around the impact of COVID-19 in the development and trade sector, and how young people can come in and play a critical role in solving that. So, for those of you who have been keenly following and participating in our work, I feel like half the work has already been done for you. But for those of you who have not been keen, still, I feel like this is quite an open theme for someone to write an essay. And given the level of education that is being necessitated for entries, I think that we are going to have very, very good content coming in from the young people of East Africa. Maybe to also mention, it is extremely critical that when you write this essay, you write it with good factual and data references. So if you know statistics somewhere, if you know interventions that have happened somewhere and you think we should replicate them in the EAC, you are welcome to give those examples. But also, if you feel there is something that has been untapped and young people in the EAC can activate it as a way forward in responding to the impact of COVID-19, you are also welcome to suggest it. All I'm saying is that think wide, think wild, and think big. Nothing should limit your school of thought when you're writing this essay. Maybe the only thing that will limit you is the fact that the essay is limited to 2 pages. So you will want to choose your words correctly and wisely so that they make the impact and communicate the message that you are intending to communicate. And then lastly, definitely, you will need to share a scanned copy of the university identity card or the institution of learning that you are in and your passport biodata page. I also need to say that I will be hosting the debates, and by that I mean the debates are going to be happening in the Republic of Uganda, specifically in a place called Entebbe. So Uganda will be very excited to have the new EAC Youth Ambassadors join us. Um, uh, it's critical to point out that the deadline for submission of these essays is on 12 2021 at 5 p.m. East African Standard Time, submitted by 12th November 2021 at 5 p.m. And notice that this is also going to double as the last day of the YouLead Summit. So while you follow the summit diligently, I would advise personally that for those interested, you use this coming week to apply so that when the summit comes up the other week, then you don't have anything troubling you. You don't have the pressure of, oh, I've not yet placed in my submission for consideration in the essay. And maybe last but not in any way least, for those of you who need more information, first of all, when you write the essay, you will send it to debate applications at esc.org. As you can see, the email address is very clear there. And for those of you who need more information, we have a concept note that will guide you very, very clearly on why the university debates, the EAC debates are focusing on universities and why they are taking the form of first an essay and a motivational letter. You will understand everything from that concept note, and it also has details on when the debates will be happening. Maybe I need to say that after your submission of the essay, 6 young people, the 6 best essays from every member state, will be considered, and all these young people will be brought into Uganda, Entebbe specifically, on the 16th and the 17th of December, and that's where we shall have the debates happening. What that means is that you have about what, a month and 2 weeks for you to be the next representative, the next ambassador for your country. So put in the efforts. Now I just want to invite Ange, if Ange has anything to add that I have missed out on the application, or she has any encouragement to make. Ange, you're most welcome.
After your presentation.
Is it me?
All I can is actually to encourage everyone who is following. If you know everyone also who is not following, please send them to them. This is a nice opportunity that I would encourage everyone to come in, and then you put in your effort to excel, and then you also have the platform for you to act and influence young people around the East Africa. Well, I'm not sure I have actually. There are some pretty question people are asking, like, are the passports requirement to apply? Not really now. We need is a person who is keen to apply to be the upcoming ambassador. So all the other requirements which are not on the posts, that will be communicated after your selection. If you are selected, other requirements also are going to be shared, and then you also work accordingly. So far, all I can do is to encourage everyone who is in East Africa, mostly, of course, young people, the youth, to apply, and then they become the upcoming ambassadors. We're glad to welcome you to the platform. Yeah, That's all I can say. Thank you.
Okay, so there you have it. For those who have had questions around application, Ange has made it very clear that a passport is not a prerequisite for you to sign up. So for people who have been reaching out and saying I'm still processing my passport, you first apply, and if you're chosen and you need to travel, we hope that your passport will have been processed by 16th December when you need to travel. And for those in Uganda, definitely share all the requirements. But for those that still do not have passports, we've also had great consultations on that level. You're hosting, so I don't think you will need passports for travel, but make sure that the main things that you will need to submit before 12th or by 12th November is your motivation letter, your essay, and then your credentials, and that is, I think, your university ID and your year of study. Okay, so we encourage all of us out there, all young people, for those of you who are very, very fond of the integration process and you want to represent your countries, this is the time to come up, sign up to be an ambassador. So that said, I think that is all the time we had for today's check-in. Um, uh, For those of you who do not know, the summit again is coming up in just 1 week. So if you have not yet registered to be part of the YouLead Summit, go to the website youleadsummit.org and then apply to be part of the summit. For those who will not make it to the physical audience, which I think the successful candidates will be communicated to early in the week, you will still be able to join the vast African audience that will be on the virtual platform to be able to follow the summit from day 1 up to day 5 when we end it. We are also going to ensure that we have these check-ins every day to just check with you if you have any questions regarding the summit or regarding the call, that we can respond to them so that by the time we are at the summit, no one has questions of inquiry. Everyone is set and good to go. We shall also use the opportunity of these check-ins to share with you the programs and to also highlight the speakers. For those of you who are still following our social media pages, speakers have been shared. We share those speakers almost on a daily. We share about 4 or 5 speakers, but nonetheless, on the check-in here, our job is to always ease life for those of you who did not get the chance to see the posts, and we shall be showing you the lineup of the speakers that we have prepared for the summit. And that said, I just want to welcome Danielle says, thank you for the check-in. You are most welcome, Danielle. It is our pleasure to always keep each other informed. And now, while we come to the end of this check-in today, I'm just inviting everyone to say goodbye to us so that we can have a good weekend, so to say. And the culture on the check-in is that when you say goodbye, you say it in your local language. You tell us the local language you speak, and then you will tell us the goodbye in that local language. I'm excited to announce that Beatrice today has volunteered to bid us farewell in Chaga. So I'll start with you, Tony. You tell us the language you're going to use, and then you send us away.
All right. So I'm going to say in my local language.
I hope it's not French.
You want that too? All right. Mugire umunsi mwiza. So have a nice day. Oh.
That's it?
But why that face? Well, it's just a goodbye word. It's not a paragraph. Mugire umunsi mwiza.
Okay, thank you, Tony.
Bye, guys.
Namara, if you could turn on your video. You say goodbye to us. You tell us the language.
This is very shameful. I'm not very sure of my But it's some I'm a Munyankore, so it's something along the lines of Muveje, like you be okay as you live, like Muveje.
Okay, thank you. Ange?
Murabeho.
It's bye.
Okay. And finally, Beatrice.
Seba, I don't know why you're picking on me, and I know you're expecting me to fail today, but I'm owning. I'm owning my tribe. But guys, let me just make a disclaimer right now. There are multiple dialects within the Chaga tribe, so don't hit my inbox and then shoot me. But goodbye in Chaga is La Kucha. I wish you guys all a good weekend.
All right. Thank you so much, Beatrice, Tony, Namara, and Ange for joining in on this check-in. I hope to see you again tomorrow. I know tomorrow I will be interfacing with the first lot of people that will be traveling for the YouLead Summit, because we have a boot camp that is starting on Monday. So we shall try to see if we can, on the check-in, catch up with people traveling, just get the experience on their way to the summit, what the expectations for the summit will be, and then we shall take it on from there. Otherwise, thank you from me, the team at EAC App and YouLead Africa Events Bureau. Have a lovely weekend. Cheers.